All my exes live in Texas. I bet everybody who comes through here sings that same song. You're supposed to sing with me.
No.
Why? Why? We just found. Hold on. We got a rest stop. We just find.
Cantaloupe. Growing out of a rest stop. Dirt. Isn't that so cute?
That's cool. Why? Too much sun for you?
My eyes are being assaulted.
From sitting around with no sun. You come out to get out the camera so close, man. Move. Mr. Sun.
That's from
Sun.
not living in Africa for long enough.
What did you just say?
I said that's for not living in Africa long enough.
You never lived there. You weren't born there.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Why?
Now you see my dilemma.
I'm gonna walk around. Check it out. Is the sun in the shop? Sitting down for I don't know how many hours I've been driving. Since 2 a.m. Decided to get out the car since we saw this nice little thing, and we're gonna walk all the way around, get the blood flowing and some exercise and some vitamin D. I take tablets, but it's nothing like being out in the sun. Good vitamin D.
Natural.
From the drinking fresh water from the natural springs. It's a cross movement song. I forgot what song it was. You can take all your skin off your chicken wings, eat your natural water from the natural springs.
But you're still gonna die.
Yeah, that's what it was. But
What's
you're
the
still
point?
gonna die. That was the point of the song. But without Christ, whatever. Which way are you walking? We walk on. Don't be yelling at me. You're caught on camera assaulting me. What? They don't know that. It's just like every other video we see on TV, on the YouTubes. Arrested her. Yes, 2. Because that sun is a killer. Remember last week when I said that it wasn't over yet? Well, the mental attacks continued. As we were driving through Texas, I had a massive panic attack, something I had in the past and hadn't had in years. TK was already asleep when it was in full swing, and traveling at 90 miles and 100 miles an hour, there was nowhere to pull over and stop. And even if you saw some place to stop, by the time you reached the lights that you can see across that highway, it was at least 2 hours before you got to that spot. But alas, I survived the attack and made it into the morning. The sun rose, and so did everything else. I told you, how we end this journey is going to be quite different than how we began it. It was all so clear to me as we got through to Texas. There was no way in the world I was going to be able to drive all those hours straight. Good morning. Little birdie soaking up the sun. Well, day, I don't know what, no sleep, just stopped at probably the last rest stop before we go. We got about an hour and a half to get to where we're going. We're almost over to Las Cruces. The Cruces.
Apparently,
She was over there having...
this is season 4. First of all, I got into the bathroom.
Season for what?
First of all, I got into the bathroom, and we all know there's 3 things that you do in the bathroom. You go number 1, number 2, or number 3, and you throw up, right? Anyway, it was one of the first 2. And I wasn't gonna do it, but then I heard some number 2 noises. And then I was just like, okay, forget it, I guess I'll join the party. Anyway, apparently this is the season for like the walking sticks, like the little stick bugs, is what we call them. I don't know what people here call them. But
Okay.
yeah. Because there was one like on the bathroom.
I have no clue. She interrupted what I was saying, but whatever. Walking sticks. I had no problem. I went in and did my morning run.
See,
And
I did one last night, so I didn't have to
I like the open air thing. You hear the birds chirping and the wind blowing, as if you're pooping in the woods.
Also, we were at a rest stop. I think I saw a bunny hopping across the what? Had birds chirping in the middle of the night, 10 p.m. Texas. What do you have going on? I don't understand anything.
Neither do I, and I'm tired. I need to get some rest. You finished?
Yes.
Another rest stop, the last one before we get to our campsite. But the reason why we're here is because we have finally gotten to New Mexico. Let us see what's up this hill. An array of desert plants, one of which stuck me. What's that buzzing around my head? Okay, the sun is in the camera, so.
We made it. A dream had been realized. We made it to New Mexico. Just in time for a 26-mile-an-hour desert windstorm. Now how's that for timing?
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.
When we talk about experience of adventure through our eyes, we've got 20-something mile-an-hour winds, 26. Look what's doing to 10. We're using a guide wire. Anybody know? Let us know in the comments. As we never used them. This ought to be fun, right? Yeah. Listen, we put up in the pitch of night, in a rainstorm and dark. We put up a tent when it was freezing cold. We can handle this. This is just one more thing. One more learning experience. Wait, my finger's about to break off. Spy cam. We're trying theories on how to keep the wind from blowing it down. This is what it has come to. Sitting inside and holding it up so the walls won't collapse.
It's a roller coaster ride.
Woo!
You put on 3D glasses and you're watching a movie about tornadoes.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. Welcome to the desert. There is a massive wind and dust storm. I would show you the outside, but yeah. This is fun.
Getting my arm workout done.
I haven't eaten breakfast, haven't taken my meds. I love to take a shower. But I wonder if we go take a shower, will we have a roof over our heads? Huh. I'll tell you this about this tent. Eureka makes a really good tent. We had this do nearly the same thing during a hurricane when what was that, Labor Day weekend? We were out with my daughter Imani and my son-in-law Alex, and the winds came and took over their, what was it, toppled their, what's that thing, their canopy, and this tent held up. We were inside hiding from the rain. Actually, we were pretty much sitting just like this, and the rain was pulling in from this side and was pulling in from that side, and it was insane. But this is a really cool place though. That's so, ooh, I need to go. This ain't right. We go to New England and get stuck in a 4-day rainstorm.
I feel like I'm in the army right now. This is not right. This is not right.
Hold on a second. And then we come into the desert and we get caught. Then we come to the desert and we get caught up in a windstorm. You probably can't see how cloudy that is, and I'm not getting up to walk out there right now. But all that is just like dirt and dust flying around. Violence.
Say my name. Your close-up is rolling.
Good evening, and welcome to Cooking with White Beard. Tonight we dine like kings and queens. We're still, as you can see, the tent still falling. Wind is finally dying down, but still we had been in there. So we haven't really eaten much today because we've been traveling for the past couple of days and didn't get to the supermarket to pick up a few things we needed. So tonight it's just the temperature dropping anyway, so it's pretty darn cold. This is chicken and rice soup from who is it, Pacific?
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Organic.
Some organic Pacific rice. Don't look like much, but they do make some delicious looking soup. And since it's cold out here, it's gonna be good.
Yep.
So what are you doing tonight while you're watching this? Tomorrow we're hoping to head out to White Sands, which is the whole reason for us coming out here. So, that's a good night unless we talk to you. Hello, it's me. It's my time to talk with you. Kind of blog style. After doing this, I went to New Hampshire. I thought, oh, it'd be pretty cool, you know, if we did that sometimes. If you see us talking out different perspectives. There's this hiking group that we like to watch, and they kind of narrate what it is that they're doing. And you hear all different, the three different, was it four different perspectives as they're narrating. They take turns narrating what's happening. So here we are, day four, I think it is. We left Saturday morning. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So this is 3 or 4, whatever which way it is. We spent most of Saturday traveling from New York. We got all the way up to Virginia, and then that was about it. We were supposed to go to a campsite, but I think we didn't do that, or I forgot what happened. But we ended up trying to find a place to go, so we just slept in the car at different rest stops, and then just continue to move on, because I was trying to get here to New Mexico in 2 days. But it's 32 hours, 32 to 34 hours. So there's no way in the world you can do that in a 2-day trip. That's highly impossible. 3 days, yes, and if it's planned correctly, which we did not. I started to do this at the beginning, and then a lot of things just turned me off from wanting to do it, and then I just said one day, let's just go, before it never happens. And so I pushed it, try to get here in 24 hours or so like that, but because our campsite was booked from Sunday to Friday, we'll just spend a week, come up here, test out some new stuff, and go to the reason for this whole entire thing was to go to White Sands Park, which I saw sometime last year or maybe the year before. Somebody went there. I said, oh, that looks kind of cool, I want to go. So I've been actually planning this since last year. So I would like to do that. I'd like to do this. Let's drive across country. Like, I don't know. And she wanted to go to California this year for her birthday, and that didn't happen. So we kind of combined it and said, since California was shut down at the beginning of the year, let's try to do something else. And so the idea came up. I told her to pick 3 or 4 different states she'd like to visit, and this was one of them. One of mine is Arizona and Utah. So I was going to try to loop around and do that, but that's not going to happen this trip. We have too much stuff back at home to take care of that we didn't take care of before we left. And I knew it was kind of up in the air and it's waiting for me, but I said, you know what? Bad news, complications, and all the other stuff will always be there. They're never going to change. But the opportunity to do something like this is not always going to be there. There's another word I told her the other, she's over there reading or playing the game, studying French. The window of opportunity is very brief for many of us, you know, parents trying to live a life and travel and do stuff. That window is when your kids are very small and before you're married. After that, when they hit their teens, you won't really be moving much because we all know what teenagers do. So then you have to wait until they're a little bit older or moved out your house. So the window of opportunity for anything we do in life is very, very small. You know, that person you may like, and you never tell them anything, and you waste your time, and before you know it, they met somebody else and they didn't even think about you because you never said a word. So we took this opportunity and we did it. We got some gas. I was going to pull money from somewhere else, but I ended up doing my taxes. I didn't do last year, so I ended up doing two taxes for 2 years. And as we were still planning this at the last minute and had to do stuff because my tooth fell apart, another one. That's a whole other story. So what happened? Did I get a refund? I'm like, what? I turned around. I told her, this is going to fund our trip. I'll trip. I don't have to take the money from somewhere else, which I was going to do. I was willing to do. We're going to use this. Yes, we did. We booked all the different stuff. But getting here was a chore because it was the last minute of doing this because I said, let's just go. So that was a problem. And so we spent that day traveling. Sunday, we spent the entire day moving from Virginia to Tennessee. And then it took us into, we went up in Texas that night. After Virginia, we went into Arkansas. And then we were moving through. And so, Monday morning, right? Monday morning, we ended up hitting Arkansas. And then we hit Texas. So I figured we could just drive all straight from Texas. So what we were doing was, when we got there, I was so tired. I said, I don't know, let's just go and spend the night at a hotel. And we couldn't find one. So we ended up, again, going to rest stops, sleeping in the car. And since the car was filled with so many things, we couldn't exactly lean back and take a good night's sleep. And so, as I said before, that was just bothering me. So we finally get to Texas, and was it Arkansas we stayed in? Arkansas, we stayed in the hotel to go to Texas the next day, right? Yeah. So we got in Arkansas. We were thinking of just moving. So let's get out of here before dinner time. I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to drive as far, as much as we can, and around 4 o'clock, we'll see what happens. So around 4 o'clock, I had 2 choices. Either book a camp spot or get a hotel room. And since we had not slept and my body was reeking with pain, we decided to spend the money on a hotel room. So that's what we did. A cheap little hotel, but that was all. What we needed was one night, just one night, and said we'll get up early in the morning, about 12 a.m. or 1 a.m.
So we ended up doing 1 a.m. and traveling at 2. So that's what we did. And it was a really, really good night's sleep as soon as we got to the hotel. We had eaten dinner. We had been eating a lot because, again, when you do stuff at the last minute, we left the buddy home, but I'm hoping his sleeping bag is going to work tonight because it's going to be 40-something degrees. They'll work, but the tent, this will be cold. I left the backpacking stove home so we could have just heated up some food. So we've been eating really, really bad, just eating fast food. She got a Whataburger.
Chicken.
She had chicken, and I had fish. And that was at about 10 o'clock at night last night. So that just tells you how the past couple of days of traveling have been. And so we go to the hotel, jump in the shower, wrote in the journal, and then I don't remember anything else. The alarm woke me up, and we got up and we left, and we spent the entire Monday driving through Texas. And it got so bad that I was like, okay, well, let's try to get there. Couldn't find a hotel room, so I said, we'll just drive. We're just going to drive straight through. So I kept sleeping at rest stops. Go. Sleep at a rest stop. Go. And finally, it was it. I couldn't do it. We just stayed there, and it was painful. So this morning, we get up and we finished it. Because there's like 500 more miles to go, and I'm like, Jesus, that's like another 7 hours. And I couldn't do it. And so then we spent the night. We called here, and they switched up our days from start date of being on Sunday to Monday. So okay, we'll try to be there. What happened? So this morning, Tuesday, we got here. The back is hurting and everything else. So we had planned to come here and take a nap. But as you saw, the wind was knocking us all over the place, so we never took our naps. And so I'm hoping to go to White Sands in the morning. Really depends on how fast we get to sleep and how we feel in the morning, because it's about an hour away. So we just finished. Maybe I'll show you what the room looks like. So we just finished this up, and I'm just saying hi and good night to you before I hit my bed, just to catch you up on stuff we were doing. So that's it. You saw a few things, and what was that? Sorry, breaking the rules of talking to people off camera. So that's about it. I give you a quick little look-see around how we got stuff set up. We got the lights a little bit dim so they're not bright and bothering everybody else, but you'll see in a second. And that's about it. So good night. That there is our original light, our original dome light, and that's like the emergency light. We keep that on light because she likes to sleep with lights on. I do not. I like it nice and dark so I can just fall out. And so earlier this year, that's one of our originals. And the other original are those lights you see running down there. String lights. She's always wanted fairy lights, but they're kind of fragile. So we never brought that. So these are, what are these? Lucy lights, right? Yeah. So we got that. And so this year, I got a set of this because she said she wanted to get them and do the whole room, do the whole thing. And so I got this one, and this one turns colors. And so she's got them wrapped around the tent. And I said, put this around the floor so we can see in the middle of the night when we go out. There's our little power station, Jackery. Her batteries are in there plugged in for her phone. Not her phone, for her camera. And she's over there with her little fuzzy hat. Say hello. And I'm on this side. Just got finished talking to you right there. That's about it. We used to have snacks hanging up there. Now there's no more snacks in the middle of the night. And that's it. My journal, which you can't see in the dark, is right here. Hold on, let me see if this will work. There you go. The Kindle phone journal. So I'll do some writing in that before turning off. What should I say? Turning it.